Folks, we're visiting today with Richard Brooks, who is one of the smartest people who ever lived, as far as I know. He won the Nobel Prize for Brilliance 12 years in a row, which hasn't been done lately. I don't think it was done since Napoleon accepted his one prize wearing pink underwear, which everybody thought was ridiculous. Mr. Brooks, you and I have known each other for a long time. You're a wonderful man. I think I really got to know you once when, I won't say which one of us, but one of us was in the hospital and we were talking and we just started really caring about each other at a different level. Sir,
Right.
you're a coach. What kind of coaching do you do?
Well, I'm more of a consultant, and since I ended my business career working for other people in 2017 and went strictly online, and then, of course, joined the Alignable platform, and I'm on multiple platforms, but my way of helping people is to find different solutions and point those people to those solutions. I'm not high pressure, but I'm just going to share with them a solution. If they are interested in it, it works for them. The problem for me is, since I, can help people in multiple different areas, unlike some people who only have one product or service, I've probably got to be the type person that's got to talk to somebody first and see if they even have a need for one of the different services that I might be able to point them to. So,
Okay, all right, that sounds nice. It sounds like a lot of sincerity, as far as I can see. So I don't know if that, by the way, sir, I've been having dementia. It's kind of interesting to run a business when you have a little bit of dementia. And I let people know up front because I will conduct myself surprisingly as though someone who has some dementia. And you and I are better buds than I'm letting on, I hope anyway. What the heck did you just say, young man? I know the words, I know the words came out of your mouth, but I'm trying to figure out I've got you recording on one camera. I'm trying to set it up in another platform as well, because I can broadcast them in different ways, 2 different places. God damn it, every time I swear to God, my hands are just not, I guess I'll give up on that. You said how you qualify people carefully. What kind of coaching do you do, though? What do you do for coaching?
Example, I can probably best explain it with this analogy. If somebody sells insurance, they're selling one product, one service, insurance. When I help people in a number of different areas, there's no, if I mention one area, it may be totally different than another area. For example, I help people with marketing and advertising, but I can also help people with business loans, and I can help them with just numerous other things. So what it boils down to is just being able to find out what a person's problems really are.
So you do an intake based on the fact that you have a lot of coaching. We should find a really pretty word for that. You have a lot of, well, let's just say for now, a lot of coaching avenues, and based on your mastery, you can do an intake and see where they need. That's good. That's good stuff. I know you did other stuff before, because I think I met you when I worked at the KGB. But I make jokes, right? I hope you know that.
Oh, hey, like I say, you and I go way back. So
Good. I didn't know if you were ever. He says, I'm not going to tell anybody I know this guy. This guy's an idiot. Potter, that is. So, how long have you been coaching?
Well, I've been providing, I call it more consulting because
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. Okay.
No, and the
Yeah.
only reason I mention that is many of the coaches will go in depth with a person. Let's say if they're coaching them on their business or whatever, they'll go in depth, day-to-day operation. I had years of that. So now, if somebody has a health issue, for example, I'm going to point them toward something that I know works that I use myself.
All right.
If they need something else, I'm going to point them toward that.
All right.
I guess you've just got me to come up with a new one, and I guess I'm more of a pointer.
I'm gonna look if I get a chance, and I'm gonna look on some of my writing apps to find another. And I really mean it this way, a more beautiful way to say that, because it's so. A couple of pieces of information we have to give the audience. What contact information do you give out to people?
Well, normally what I do is I have two ways people can contact me. Instead of using a website for years, I just use a digital business card because I can update it daily if I need to make changes. And that is very simply richardbrookssolutions.com.
All right, Richard Brooks. I like repetition, so Richard Brooks Solutions.
With an S on the end.
Yes.
Solutions.com.
And that will it also act like a website, or it just acts like a V card?
That goes to my digital business card, where they have multiple ways to both contact me, but also to see what I do. The other current mission I'm on is to help people. And I came up with the website joinmymission.net.
Okay.
And what that is basically informing people about SoFi Bank. It's an online bank that gives people free money for setting up an account. And not only can they get it when they set up their account, but once they have their account set up, they can use a link and earn free money by getting other people to do it.
Okay, joinmymission.net.
Joinmymission.net.
All right, that's beautiful. Now I have another question, because we may get canceled here at some point by somebody, I don't know. Oh my God, this is really exciting for me, seriously, and I joke a lot, but I would like to figure out a way to be able to get some of the information that's in your head and put it, in my head, or I have a pet elephant that reminds me of stuff, so maybe in his head. What do you charge? Not joking. What do you charge?
Well, see, that's the difference between a coach. A lot of the coaches I've met online will charge anywhere between $1,000 and $10,000 to work with them. I basically point people, as I mentioned earlier, to a website, and I don't charge for the help that I give people personally, because I'm mostly just pointing them and having them go there. That way they can make their own decision up, and that's how it works, Mark.
So you don't charge anything, or do you have to get a fee from SoFi Bank, or what?
Well, for example, on some of the links that I send people, I'm part of that organization or company. So if they purchase something, I'm going to get a small amount. With SoFi Bank, they're a legitimate bank. This is not a business or opportunity MLM.
Right.
But they've given away approximately $10 million in money just to get people to set up free accounts. So when somebody goes to the link I just gave you, which is joinmymission.net, it's all explained. That's a website somebody else did for me.
Right.
And if you were to set up your free account with SoFi Bank and put in $50, SoFi Bank would give you $25. Now, once you have your account, once you have the link and you do the same thing, every time you give somebody $25 for setting up an account, you get $75. And I use those $75, I turn around and help different other people with that money.
Oh.
So it's been more of a nonprofit thing for me. It's not, for example, if I help like a single mother.
Right. No, yeah.
And they get their free account and they put in $50 to get their $25. It's not the $25 I'm helping them with. It's that every time that they share it and get the $75, if they can make $75 to a few hundred each month,
right,
that's grocery money, that's gas money, that's rent money.
Okay, so before I forget, I have a series of things I want to just either ask you or call headlines.
Go right ahead.
That someday in the future let's capture these things and we can talk about them soon. I'd like to do a series of shows with you. One guy I did 15 shows. So maybe we'll do something like that. So don't answer these right now. I just want to capture the thoughts. Number one, and I have forgotten number one. It had to do with, I don't know, something about how SoFi Bank works. I'm not sure. Number two, someday I want to talk to you about two books I'm writing. One of them I'm going to give you the acronym and then I'll give you the title. One of them is called BLSD. That's a workbook seminar that I have presented 49 times back in the late 90s. And I want to ask you about that because I'm trying to turn the workbook into a book. And I'm using AI and stuff. Number three is a book I just started writing this week. You know, now they say when you start the book, start the marketing. I don't usually get excited about stuff, and I was trained as a child to be very self-defecating, if I may say that. You know, you kids don't dare get up on your high horse. That kind of stuff, that's in my muscle memory. So, and that one it has a long title, but we'll call it the first two words of the title, which are Leaning Sideways. Okay?
All right.
Then number four is I have formerly been a Zen teacher. I was a Zen student, now for about 35 years. I taught Zen. I would like to go back to teaching Zen. Just a little bit, maybe even just, online. Number five is, sir, I want to ask you here in front of God and everybody, would you please do at least 15 shows with me over the next 2 years? The way we do it, may I give you some information lightly about that? It's all free. It's all going to be free. I can't afford to pay you to do it, but if I could, since you reminded me of Gandhi. Anyway, so we do our show this. You know why you might remind me of Gandhi, don't you? I saw you eating that grain of rice earlier. That's what it was. I saw you stick that in the side of your mouth. So in my show, we've done, like, if you count all the shorts and all the other shows together, we've done over 1,000. Okay? So we do it this way. We tape our show. We have taping slots available, 24 per week. And they are as follows: 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Like I say, Pacific time. So that's when we do it. I can't find that buzzer. What the fuck is that? Oh, there it is. Okay. So then I would prefer that we pick like a day of the week and a time of day. You know, like Tuesdays at 3, Tuesdays at 4. I'm happy to do a customizable time for you. And then we just do it like once a week, once every 2 weeks, or once every 3 weeks, whatever you've got. Okay? Is any of this, you haven't said anything for a couple months. I'm wondering, any of this okay? Or you're like, why in God's name,
like,
sir?
Like Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, that would be 11 o'clock my time. I think I could do Mondays at 11 a.m.
All right, folks, we have a I can't remember my movie references anymore to do my Tony who is the guy from NCIS? Tony, what was his name again? You know who I mean. Tony DiNozzo.
DiNozzo. Yeah.
You know they're bringing that back. They're doing a special new spin-off of NCIS called Tony and Ziva. Boy, I'm looking forward to that. So Mondays.
I thought both of them got killed in the end.
Who did?
I thought at least one of them got killed.
You know how the writers are just now. The boss walks into the office and said, "I know we killed him and we cut him in half. Just figure out a way to make him come back to life."
Right.
All right.
They're reincarnated.
Yeah. So Mondays at 9 a.m. Would you like to do like once a week, once every 2, 3, 4 weeks?
Once a week sounds good.
All right, and then you want to start next Monday or the Monday after that?
Yeah, next Monday sounds good.
All right, folks, we have a commitment. We have launch. We have whatever the space program would say. Ladies, we have liftoff. I've been doing shows. The reason I got to 1,000 shows so fast, I've been having guests on that are readily available. I've been having on as a guest either Gemini, ChatG, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini, and did a show the other day about the history of Iran from 1500 to 1500 BC to 1850 AD. Well, that was fun. And then I did a show with Claude of Perplexity on the history of the Black Panther Party. I just go on there and I do any godforsaken thing I want. I interview from 10 minutes and I've got a show. And those shows get more views than the ones I do with, revenuers or people that repossess some cars or any of that, so... Tell us more about yourself.
Where are your shows showing?
Well, I have a little waterproof box that sits under the middle of the Colorado River, out there near Jeff's Bar and Grill and piano repair shop. And if you get a scuba suit, you can dive in there and watch it. No, I gotta live this way, man. I have 6 diagnoses of mental illness. I've got 5 physical illnesses. I had a hypersensitivity attack this morning that lasted 3 hours. Now my show is at youtube.com/Mark Isaac Potter, which is spelled MarcIsaacPotter. There's 1,000 videos. So
okay, you're a YouTuber.
Well, yeah, and I've tried other things, but I was doing a TikTok live for a while and they kicked me off because I was talking about, don't mean to throw you a curveball, Orange Jesus. They didn't like that very much. You want to stop? You getting tired? I got my commitment for shows.
No, I'm fine.
All right, so tell me something. Let's do part of our first interview. Where did you grow up and what got you into the business you're currently in with helping people so much?
Well, again, because of my long business career, I went through the day-to-day trenches just like everyone else. So I guess I built up a lot of empathy doing that. And once you build up that empathy, and as you get older, like you and I aren't spring chickens anymore. So as you get older, you want to sort of, some people at least want to pay back for what all the...
Yes. Yeah, there's a very beautiful book called Pay It Forward. What did you do in business when you were in business?
Well, I did quite a few things, Mark. That's what helped me. Primarily, I was in management. I also, for 5 different times, I broke away from management to go into the insurance area. At one point, a couple of different points, I worked for a bank as far as doing mortgages. I was a mortgage broker.
Okay.
So, and then I ended up my career, the last few years, I was a restaurant inspector.
Oh,
so,
wow. For like the city or the county or?
No, I actually worked for Subway corporate.
Okay. Oh, I see.
And I would actually, do evaluations on a number of Subway restaurants every month. And, it would be like, it'd take me about 3 hours to do one. It was very detailed, but it also caused me to be driving about 3,000 miles a month.
So did you have to do one a day, 2 a day? How many would they require?
Well, in some cases, I do about 20 of them a month. So yeah, some days I do 2 or more, but
some other day you might not do any. It's a travel day.
Well, it all depends on the drive time. Like I might have to drive to a store 3 hours away. Then I'm there 3 hours, and then I drive home for 3 hours.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gone for 9 hours.
To do a 3-hour job, yeah. I've heard Subway has more retail stores than any other food place like that around the world.
I haven't totally stayed up to date. I know Pizza Hut was a big builder as far as, they build a lot of restaurants very fast. They got overbuilt. But Subway was an inexpensive concept during its, it's still around, but there's so many other concepts that keep coming out.
Yeah.
But, they were building them very fast. They were not, you could set one up for $100,000 or $200,000. So it was something that the average person might dabble with.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you a question and encourage you to not answer if you don't want to. That whole thing with that guy, the spokes guy, that turned out to be really ugly. How did that affect the company? Yeah, how did that affect the company?
Well, a lot of that came out. A lot of it came out after I wasn't involved with Subway anymore. But anything obviously during the time I was with Subway, he was the big person that was you're using his face was there being advertised to lose weight and all
Right,
this.
right.
And it did work for him.
All right.
But, you're absolutely right. Every person, you don't know all the backstory.
No, we never do. Yeah.
I mean, even that's the same with politicians and everything else. Different people they'll do great things, but you don't know what other things might be going on in the background.
Yeah. Okay, well, just one other question. One of the things on my heart in life for at least the last 40 years anyway, is to make sure that I'm helping nonprofits every month. About half of the shows I've done have been free shows for nonprofits. Do you have one or two nonprofits that you have on your heart that you'd like to help? And I would encourage you to have the ED call me and say that she'd like me to be on the show. I know she's got to run it by the board. If it's a 501c3, we can eventually get them on the show. You have a couple. If you give me the names, I can follow up with you in the coming weeks.
Well, I would have to search for some of them. The one, because I've connected through my group with a number of people, who run nonprofits. Now, I don't know, Mark, are you able to save the chat or not?
Sir, I'm recording this whole thing. I'm going to broadcast it as soon as we get off.
Okay, well, I'll just verbally tell you, there is a group on Lineable called Stars and Stripes.
Oh, it's for vets?
It's for vets. It's
All
Stars
right.
and Stripes Heroes Connection.
Wait a minute, wait. I'm disabled. Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection?
Correct.
And ED is who or what?
Well, here's the point. I know the person from years that I've worked with. It's a lady by the name of Angela Nelson that runs the group. When you mention nonprofits, she has a weekly Zoom meeting from the group every Monday at I think 4:00 Eastern time. But the main reason I bring it up is her group is for either veterans or people who want to work with veterans.
Okay.
And during her events, a number of the people that come on are veterans who are actually running veteran nonprofits.
Okay, it's like we call that they call that in boating a trim tab.
Yeah, so in other words,
a lot of leverage.
yeah, and so it's a great way to not only, it's a very interesting Zoom meeting she does every week. They do the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone stands for the Star Spangled Banner during the Zoom. It's very organized, but again...
Would you mind putting a bug in her ear for me so that when I call, I'm not a cold call to her?
Well, here's the thing. Just check her group out on Lineable.
All right. That's true. All right, I will.
Right.
All right. All right, boss. I'm going to be late for another meeting, Mr. Brooks.
All right.
Let me wait, sir. Let me do my wrap, okay? Seriously. I've been in TV 23 years. Folks, we've been visiting today with Mr. Richard Brooks. You've heard what a marvelous gentleman he is. This has been Mark Isaac Potter Presents. My sign off to you, as I always tell you, is number one, I love you guys. And number two, the most important thing I'm going to do all day today is to look into the camera at you and let you know that I love you. Mr. Brooks, you brought me to tears, bro. For everything you're doing for our vets and everything you're doing for mothers God bless you. God bless America. You take care of yourself. I'll see you Monday, okay?
All right.
God bless you, man.
Send me the word onlineable so I know how to connect. All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, no, I'll send you. It'll be a Zoom link to your email. I'm pretty sure I have your email.
All right.
I will have.
And I'll put it in for you.
Thank you. No, we're not doing it onlineable. It's just you and me having a broadcast.
No, I understand, but I mean, I will send you on Alignable my.
Oh, on the DM thing. Okay. All right, boss. God bless you, man.
All righty.
All right, sir.
Good one.
Yes, sir. Oh, that was very beautiful. I love him. He's a great guy, and I felt like I lost a little bit of touch with him over the last year or so. All right, kids. So I got another meeting at 3. I'm gonna probably take a nap. I'll set this up to post, and then probably take a nap. Supposed to write this crap down somewhere. So I'm gonna do that. Let's see here. Okay, this is the date. I'm gonna do this on camera so I just don't forget, Today's 7/16/25. It's 1:40 in the afternoon. And we just did an interview with Mr. Richard Brooks. And the approximate runtime is going to be about 32 minutes, 32:50, something like that. It's going to be the runtime. And we're going to post it to probably YouTube first, then possibly to Zoom, etc. All right, kids. I got to start posting and then take a small nap. Love you. Take care.